What is up, my radders? Kind of overslept there, but something came in the mail today. Obviously, you guys know what it is. Let's get her open.
This is how you know it's a big boy, because it says it weighs 22.7 pounds.
Alright, so he included, I think that's the mount. It's like grease all over it. Cross your fingers, guys. I really hope this is like a good quality turbo. Alright guys, we're running for coffee before I start because you guys know me. But I gotta get a thumbnail real quick. And she's going in.
An extra caramel. Nope, that's it.
Bing bing. I have a photo for the orientation. I'll bring it up on the screen now, but it's saved on my phone. I just gotta hook this up to the turbo. It's all oriented correctly. And then we're gonna put her in and trying to do this step by step for you guys. I have all the hardware here. Getting prepped means everything. All these things I labeled out. He threw his in, and his is off of this turbo, so I'm really gonna want to use his. But luckily, we have the hardware in here. So that's what we're gonna be doing right now. Got the O2 for the turbo installed. We have the recirculative valve that opens and closes up. We have the cold side that I'm trying to put the inlet pipe on, and what it seems like it should be is going up from the bottom like that. That's what makes sense. Give you guys advice, if you're purchasing an IS20 or IS38, just a big first thing you want the person to do if they're selling you it from like Facebook Marketplace or forum, just to make sure that you know what you're getting. Make sure that both sides of it spin freely. So guys, you should be able to see in there as much as possible, I'm hoping. And you just see how both sides spin freely together. Guys, now comes the install part. It's the same as both sides, and it's perfectly symmetrical, so it shouldn't really matter what way you put it on. Okay guys, what I'm doing is just going off the orientation I have on this picture of how it's supposed to go up onto the block. I don't want to take too awfully long with this, and I hope I can drop it from the top. 23-pound turbo. Alright guys, update. What I'm on doing is trying to just snug it in there. Coolant line with the coolant rail that goes off this bottle back, so I can pull. See how that pulled it up out. Got the turbo in there. Now I gotta shimmy it around these damn coolant lines that feed into the DSG. I'm thinking that's what it is. Never ends, I'm telling you. Another rule of thumb, don't rush like me. The turbo fits in there. It's really snug, but it fits in there. I had to take off the turbo muffler. Well, luck is on my side. We're having a tsunami, so that's awesome. On the exhaust and the coolant portion, I have to wait for it to come. I think all of it's coming this next week, but as you guys can see, turbo's in. Just waiting around like I showed you guys if you followed me on Twitter, and I got this, which is 3 out of the 4 turbo and coolant lines, and then I have one more. I have the coolant out, so I'm missing the water outlet. I'm going to show you guys quick just to explain. As I said before, this is a video, but it's also a how-to if anybody else wants to do the swap. So I was extremely confused, and I had to actually go through a bunch of like different diagrams online to understand how this worked. So I actually designed this diagram myself, and I'll include it in the video. But essentially, from the pictures, a lot of pictures you can't even tell which line goes where because it's just pictured as a line. It doesn't show you the orientations. Line right here, the longest one, I would say, yes, the longest one, has this 90-degree bend. This one goes into the top of the turbo. It feeds in the top. This is the oil on the top, and I'll show you guys this too, but just want to explain. This will be the coolant out. This will be, so the turbo, the top, drain goes like so. So the turbo is in the middle, goes like that. And then you'll have the coolant that runs from the back, and I have to wait to get that line, but it's kind of a good thing anyways, because I'm going to really have to explain to you guys more in detail with the coolant. The coolant lines are tough because I didn't have any idea how complicated it was, but you essentially have to reroute the whole system to fit the Mark 7 GTI's coolant system. It's a big project. People don't realize it, and I was in the same boat. I did not understand how much work was going to go into this. I'm not going to say I regret it, because I really enjoy working on my car, and it's a learning experience, and it's enjoyable for me because I like working on cars. But if you're looking to do this like quick and you don't want your car down for long, if you're going to work on it yourself, yeah, definitely don't. I'm on week 2 because of the parts getting here slow as shit, because if they would have been here faster, I could have obviously worked with that a little easier. But alright guys, let's hope that the guy that sold these to me didn't screw me over. He did this one up and straightened it out, so it's as straight as it's going to be. So the coolant lines and the turbo oil lines use this type of hardware. That's the bit T40, so it'll be a T40 bit that works with them. Luckily, I lucked out. I have extras for heat shields and stuff, because I don't know where the rest went, but it's lucky that I have extra hardware. But to get started, I'm using one hand, so this might be a little complicated. The first one is going to go in, it's going to be seated like so. Then when you get down to that point, I figured out that the easiest way is to take the turbo off to get to the areas. So if you want to take after me, this is the best idea I've come up with so far. I have a piece of wood going across and a piece of wood going down, so that it holds the turbo in place, so that I don't have to muscle it and then try to put the lines on. So this one line that I was telling you about, the coolant drain, is in such a weird spot, it's almost impossible to get without taking it off. So I'm gonna take this, do all the stuff for it, then go underneath after probably putting another piece of wood just to make sure it doesn't fall, even though it looks pretty good supported. Alright guys, we got the top and the bottom. Now I just need to install the side one from the bottom. Because of the location, I had to turn it back around because it's being held by those pieces of wood upwards. So now I gotta go underneath and remove the lines down there that don't need to be there, so that I'm ready when it's finished. What I was told is this right down here. This is where the turbo mount is, the old turbo mount that doesn't actually work with this turbo anymore. This is the only thing that's gonna stay, the factory outlet, not the inlet. So everything else you guys are seeing up on the block, this one and this one, need to come out. All right guys, I guess I haven't like filled you in a while. I got this out. Really tough to get out, and it's leaking coolant, as you guys can see. It's really tough to get them out because they're really good in the block. You basically just got to keep pulling on them. So I'm just gonna keep doing that, and I'll get back to you guys once it's done. But all the coolant lines, like I said, on the turbo are fine. And now it's just gonna be a matter of figuring out what to use to go to which I have to work. I have to wait with the coolant lines that I purchased. They won't be here till like Friday, Saturday, so it definitely won't be running till then, unfortunately. You're messing with that. This is what I ended up looking like. I'm gonna take a shower because literally I'm covered in oil. Got the majority taken care of. I got all that can be taken care of before I get the new coolant lines to run, because it kind of gets confusing when you don't have the other lines to match up. So basically what's gonna happen is tomorrow I'm gonna get the downpipe. Is eBay exhaust any good video, but it'll still be a build video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I love you guys. Make sure to be happy, stress less. Make sure to tune in tomorrow. Comment, like, and subscribe if you're new here. I love you guys.